play some Sonic. First time in a little while. I expect the first part is to be pretty bad. As I remind myself what I'm doing.
Fine. Got you now. I won't let you get away.
Hello, Zabby. And this is very much not fast. I can we've actually hit that first try too. Unfortunate. I was just giving it a test job. Wasn't expecting to actually hit it. Awkward. How you doing, Zebby?
Fine. Got you now. I won't let you get away.
What's up, Reverend? Up and away!
This is the ultimate power.
What the fuck? What, Salsa? What do I do now?
Just do this.
No, that's unlucky.
Chaos control.
This is...
You cheated.
Thank you, Reverend. Yeah, this is nothing. You should see what freaking Mohad does in the world record. I'm nothing compared to him. The same way that basically you fly in just about every Sonic game ever. You use in-game gravity in a way that they did not want you to, or they did not mean for you to be able to do. So in that specific situation, there's a small piece on that loop just outside of it, that if you clip it, it reads it as if you went into the loop. So by hitting that point, you get the gravity of the loop, which allows you to basically just fly like that. And then we have to purposely kill ourselves in order to be able to turn off that gravity in order to be able to finish off the rest of the stage.
Your fate. What? So what I was tracking was him. I won't let him escape.
Yeah, but you need them to get your power-ups. Which unfortunately, most of which are necessary in order to finish the game.
Out of my way. You.
I'm pretty sure what most of us wish is that Shadow got to keep these wings during the entirety of the playthrough. Still so weird you get him in the first stage and the last stage and no other time. Unfortunate. I missed. Yeah, the rest of the game is just build up to get to the last stage, right?
Fine. Got you.
But a few powers on the way. And then just get get the wings back and call it a day. What's up, Arcana? Assuming we make it that far, Race. How's the run? I don't know. We just started 10 minutes ago. Up and away.
This is the ultimate power. Chaos control.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did that in God of. They did that in God of War 3. When you fought Poseidon as the very first thing you do in that game. In that game, you have all these crazy powers and everything, and then immediately after the first boss, they're all gone.
Out of my way. Out of my way.
Look, Venom.
You.
Or hell, we want to go even more recent, freaking Wukong. Black Myth Wukong, even. You literally start off basically as Sun Wukong, and you literally spend the rest of the entirety of the game basically getting the exact same powers and armor and everything you had as Wukong at the very start.
Meet again, Shadow the Hedgehog. My latest creation.
This is your doing.
The promised time will arrive once more.
Once more.
You cannot deny your fate.
I deny nothing. Shall be done, Shadow.
What I was tracking is him. I won't let him escape.
And thinking back, I'm like, there's actually quite a few. There's actually multiple games that do that. They start you all super powerful and then just get rid of it. Hell, even Pokemon did that with XD Gale of Darkness. Started off with a freaking Salamence, but then after you win that battle, it's like, nope, simulation. Like rude. Sounds good. We can look at it. I can see whatever it is you want me to look at when I more than likely inevitably fail at this.
This is the ultimate power.
was actually, yeah, actually, this was the last Sonic game to be released. Been a bit.
This power.
I spy with my little eye something beginning with giant beam to space.
Calls to me. New power.
Yeah, let's not talk about games that have been announced to be coming out for a long time now that has included some betas, huh? Looking at you, to scale. That was not. So I guess Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge taught me wrong.
This is the ultimate power. Chaos control.
Like what? To a scale. Having known about it for like 7 years now at this point. I now have had 2-ish betas for it. And they're where we're like, yep, definitely coming out this year. Still don't have a release date yet. Sorry, Project L. Definitely the preferred name. Wait, for open betas for what? Crossworlds? No, there have been 0 open betas.
I'm getting answers from you one way or another. Out of my way.
And there have been no open betas, two closed alphas, and one of them was and the most recent one was a very small closed alpha / beta / whatever you want to call it. Well, on the bright side, with EVO only 2 months away, we're about a month and a half away from seeing who's the next character that's going to be in the game. God, I hope it's Samira. Samira, Zed, Irelia, please. Anything but Teemo, please. Anything but fucking Teemo. Yep, they need to reveal 3 more before the game comes out at the end of this year. But you know the next one's going to be released is going to be announced for Evo, and I'm sure they'll be playable at Evo. Which is just going to be, who are they going to be? Like I said, Samira, Zed, Irelia. That continues to be my hope for the last 3. It's not going to be, but I can hope. I just don't want to be Teemo because I've got a bad feeling Teemo is going to be a character I'm going to want to play. Which I'm sure you guys are going to be like, but Zane, then if he's a character you want to play, why don't you want him? Because I hate him. Hate him. They're continuing to swear, like in the Rifflemonger video. They're continuing to swear. They're continuing to swear that the game's coming out this year. So. What the hell? I must not be going down far enough, I'm guessing. Yep, definitely was just not going down far enough because, yikes. Yeah, they continue to swear it's this year, so I'll believe them until said otherwise. What a weird video, Arcana. Yeah, at this point though, I don't know if they can.
I won't let you get away.
I'm expecting them to, but at this point I'm starting to wonder if they even can at this point now that they have sworn up and down Placida on their website, sworn even more to it repeatedly over and over again that is for sure coming out this year. I'm not sure if they can suddenly back out and say, oh no, it's actually 2026, sorry. That being said, though, what do you guys want the? So you can only pick one character because it's going to be because we're talking about specifically the one for Evo. What one character would you want announced for that you want announced for 2XKO for Evo? Sante, you are an evil man. And one with witchy powers? That's a lot. So basically you want a mage. That's what you're saying. So like you want a Syndra, you want a Lulu, you want a. Not sure if Orianna would count as witchy powers. You'd want a Morgana, you'd want a Zyra, So that kind of thing. Dare I say I like Chaos? Fair.
Fine. Got you now. I won't let you get away. Out of my
Deflect things with his go. Leona? The sun, basically like the sun basically like the sun character, sword shield.
fine. Got you now.
I could see, honestly, I could see Leona in the game, honestly. I mean, she's got a sword and shield, so it's kind of hard to say, kind of hard to not say I can see her in a fighting game. Leona's probably one of the few support characters where I could say I could see it. I can see her, I can see Thresh. I unfortunately can see Blitz, even though I hope he's not there, because fucker would have full screen grabs and I'd hate it.
I won't let you get away.
Smolder? Oh god, the dragon zoner character that would fly around. Dude, I would be so happy. My god, man. You have any idea how much fun I would have being the flying annoying dragon zoner? Same thing like if they put Aurelion Soul in there. With the freaking stars shooting around him as he flies around. He would literally be like Arakune. Just flying around with things all over him.
This is the ultimate power. Chaos control. Let's do this. Freeze.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Vi hasn't already been announced, if I'm being honest. A being the fact that she's in Arcane, she's literally the punchy character. It's honestly very surprising that she's not already in the game. Sun Wukong obviously would be a great choice. If I had to choose one, I want Zed. But like I said, Zed, Samira, or Aurelia, if I get any of those three, I will be more than happy. Vi? Vi would probably be more of a brawler. She's definitely, she's always, even in League, she's definitely been the punch character. I mean her voice line is literally punch first, ask questions while punching. But she probably will have at least a grab on top of that, though. If anything, she might be kind of like Darius in a way where she's not going to be a grappler, but she'll probably at least have a grab.
My latest creation.
Well, first time I've missed that. Riven? Yeah. Riven would be the character if they won like the most money, just because of how many skins they'd be able to put in the game for her. Riven Yi Smolder. So you want to Riven? Whoa, what the hell? So you want Riven Yi Smolder? I want Zed, Samira, Irelia. Guess that maybe you guys got a list of 3 for your wish list that you want the last 3 characters to be. Although more than like. Although Reverend says I don't know the character name, but a pirate. So Reverend wants Misfortune in the game. It would be the Joe character. Fortunately, possibly Teemo. God, I hope he's not in the game, but he will be, I'm sure. I'm gonna hate it. I'm gonna hate it because I'm probably gonna play him. That's the annoying. That's probably the most annoying thing about the fact that Teemo's probably going to be in the game is that odds are he's probably going to be a trap set play character that I'm going to want to play, even though I literally hate him.
Fine. Got you now. I won't let you get away.
Vladimir, he'd be cool. Vladimir would be kind of like a non-puppet version of Zato. He'd be very cool. I'm down for that.
Chaos control.
And yeah, no, Jinx is definitely not the joke character of the game. That being said, though, do you think Riot would actually even be able to afford to put in a joke character, knowing the fact that the base roster is only going to have 10 characters? I think they can add a joke character in later or something since the game is free, and since the game is free anyways. But I'm not sure they'd be able to afford to put in a joke character in a game with only a 10-person roster. Hey, some people are saying Luane is in contention, is like top 15 in contention for top 10 now, and he's thankfully the joke character at Rambo. So, well, couldn't you see Zato, or couldn't you see Vladimir basically being a non-puppet version of Zato? The one difference, of course, being he's not going to have the high-low mix-up setups that you get from the fact that Zato's a puppet character. That being said, though, it's a tag fighter, so you technically have that with your assists, so it's whatever.
My latest creation.
Nazda, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. In my head, like I said, I'm not sure exactly what all of his specials would be. He probably would have a range blast, an AOE attack that hits all the way around him. He could have a grab like Zato. He would have the ability to do like what Zato does by turning into a puddle to dodge everything.
You cannot deny your fate.
That being said, past that, like I said, what to possibly do for his specials or what his game plan would be or anything like that, I'm not sure since Zato's whole game plan revolves around the fact that he's a puppet character, but not sure.
So what I was tracking is him.
But no new speedruns? Yeah, on Sunday I typically speedrun Sonic games. And by Sonic games, I mean either Sonic Adventure 2 Hero Story or Shadow Generation here. 355. Dan Hibiki. Well, Dan Hibiki once his infinite was removed. He was a somewhat okay-ish character, specifically because he had an infinite. Once he lost his infinite, he returned to being the joke he always is. Go characters, go characters, what the hell? Alright, no one saw that. Nowadays, honestly, Yamcha. Nowadays, at the beginning of the game was probably Nappa or Krillin. Honestly, I don't think Dragon Ball ever. Dragon Ball never specifically made a joke character because Bandai specifically announced that they're never going to put a joke character into Dragon Ball FighterZ. That being said, though, they have made characters so bad that they might as well be joke characters, though. Season 1 Beerus, Season 2 Krillin, Release Videl and Android 17. Like I said, they honestly might as well have been joke characters, but they weren't specifically designed to be joke characters. Yeah, I didn't mean Nappa specifically, because Nappa, although bad at the beginning, was never actually the worst. Like base game Beerus, he was basically a joke character. Season 2 Krillin with his one rock basically was a joke character. Release Videl and Android 17s might as well have been joke characters, but none of them were necessarily made to be joke characters. They were just incredibly weak. So Dragon Ball is one of the few games that never actually had a joke character, because Bandai specifically said they will never put a joke character into Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Something calls to me.
I'm fine with the fact that it goes back. It's just weird the fact that it goes back but doesn't hit both sides. I also get why Gotenks hits both sides, because he literally just jumps straight up in the air and hits him with his head. But Beerus legitimately does freaking like a backwards cartwheel pretty much, or a back handstand. So it's weird that he doesn't get the. So it's weird that his never hit backwards. Yes, I was too. He deserved them. The buffs that he got, the buffs that he got, being able to control with whether he stays on the ground for his teleports or not, is like a change that he should have gotten years before he actually did. I'm not gonna lie. Goku Black would have destroyed the game. For the first couple of months if he had the ability to control his teleport high or low back then. Because in case you guys either weren't watching back then or just don't remember, during the first half or so of season 1, believe it or not, Goku Black was considered the undisputed top 1 of the game for the first 4 or 5 months of the game's release. And then eventually people learn, oh, this character's actually not that good. Yeah, if you teleport with him, you can always just 2H it. And people learned, oh, 16 is grab because of a hard knockdown, and people can't react to IAD jump overs yet. Or Adult Gohan's EX legs was basically an infinite block string as long as you had the meter. Kid Buu got a high low 50-50 off of light Buu ball, which basically had no option to do against except for just taking it. So Cell's perfect attack was actually a cross up as well as Cell could 2-touch back then off of 2L before literally anyone else could. People, learned what was actually good. Season 3.
Chaos control.
Season 3, they basically did the same thing they just did for Granblue, which was remove the ability to hit people while rising into the air. Yep. Because back near the end of season 1, fuzzies weren't the problem. It was Hellzone Grenade and Ghost Oki. Those were the problems back in near the end of season 1. And then season 2, Goichi discovered the Bardock Fuzzy. And then once that was discovered, all hell broke loose and became the eventual Fuzzy meta. Because during the time of season 2, it took at one point the game went 11 months without a balance patch.
Chaos control.
Yeah, welcome to NBC, where they're still fuzzies and it's a tag fighter, and unlike Dragon Ball, people would die if they got hit by the fuzzy. Man, I am out of practice in this structure.
No.
Oh, what? I was about to fall into the goal ring. I am gonna go over on this one, aren't I? Yep. Okay, we're gonna do this a few times to try to remember. Of course, now I do it perfectly. Yeah, it's ironic how loved MVC3 is, knowing how much everyone would hate the game if it came out today. People would demand that Zero's Infinite would be removed. People would demand that Virgil himself would be nerfed. They would demand that Morgana would not build any meter. What's up, Colonel?
No!
Oh yeah, people would find 100% a way to complain about me as well. But if those of you guys who weren't in Khalil's stream earlier when he was doing his YouTube video on the new Arc World Tour, he's like yep, he's like this year they added a limit to the amount of tournaments one can enter. They basically made the anti-Zane rule.
Chaos control!
And I was like, damn.
Free.
Yeah, I was trying to remember last year. I was like, how many tournaments did I go to, anyways?
I won't let you get away.
That were Arc World Tour events. I was like, I went to Combo Breaker, got destroyed. Went to Evo, did pretty well, but didn't get enough to get points. Went to UFA, got second. It's 3. Then ECT 4. Risk 5. Astral Finish 6. Frosty Fausting 7. So I went to seven Arc World Tour events last year, and then placed top 2 or 3 in all but the first 2. So yeah, fair. I did go to a lot of events last year. Funnily enough, though, the amount of points I got last year actually I think would be the same amount I got this year technically, since I think I only got points from 2 plats and 3 golds. It just so happens those 3 golds I won. So hey, I basically followed the rules. Not my fault, but not my fault. The first couple tournaments I entered, I sucked. And of course right now we only have 2 NA gold events, which I am going to be figuring out a plan to go to Boston. I'm going to try to, at least. Speaking of which, I was supposed to message Lucara last night and ask him if he wanted to go.
The promised time will arrive once more.
Hopefully they announce more tournaments, but I don't exactly. What a bad year for everything to be canceled, huh? Thunderstruck non-event, First Attack non-event, and then CEO Taku and ECT are both canceled this year. It's gonna be a rough year.
So what I was tracking was him. I won't let him escape.
Hey, I'd be fine if they announce at least one for Canada. It'd be much cheaper for me to fly to Canada than it would be for me to fly to France, like France and Greece, or Germany and Greece, or Germany and Taiwan, or etc. 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 Odds are I'm probably still going to try to go to EU at least once this year, just because I try to go to at least one EU tournament each year. Or I should say that I tried to. I have the last couple. Well, actually, no, I did in 23. I did last year and I did in 22. But I'm going to try not to have to go to multiple of them. That's going to be expensive, to say the least. If I won the finals, oh yeah. Well, depending on last, if it's the same prize pool as last year, yes. Because first place was 50,000. And that's just for the AWT. That's not including like the prize pools for that's not including the prize pools for each of the tournaments you went to. Like in the case for Combo Breaker this last week, I got second and got 150 points for the World Tour. Between getting second in Grand Blue and third in Dragon Ball, I made back all the money I spent on Combo Breaker. So Flight Hotel tournament, tournament registration. I made back all the money from that from my results at Combo Breaker. So yeah, if you do well enough to qualify for Mark World Tour events, and you win first place at the finals, you definitely make back the amount that you spent plus more.
Out of my way.
About what, Arcana? Yeah, right. So saw you talking with Dur after Dur met me a Combo Breaker. Oh my god. Grab the thing, thank you.
Chaos control.
Ah, cool. being said, not sure if now is going to end up being the time for that, but no reason not to see what's up.
I'm getting answers one way or another.
Gotcha. Yeah, hopefully the tariff shit stops so things can get back to normal for Paragon. I can't speak on the new rank system because basically the only thing the new rank system does pretty much is get people who belong in master to master quicker. And then the rank system for master is the same as it already was.
This is the ultimate power.
Basically, if you beat someone of a higher rank than you, then you'll get more points. If you go on a win streak, you'll get more points. And there's no promo series, so you get through the ranks faster as well. That's how I was able to get Bubs to master in like 2 hours. Yeah, that's not exactly ideal, but we at least made it, so we can at least get past the stage for the first time today. Something calls me.
I can send enemies flying. Not bad.
Yeah, so I thought the new rank system would change things in Master as well, but no, nothing changed in Master. Yeah, I thought that master rank was going towards a system like Street Fighter, but no. It turns out the system like Street Fighter they're going for is only is only for below master rank, and then they're leaving master rank alone. Yeah, the fact that it took Stride this long to get a proper rank system is weird. I was supposed to hit that one. Oops. Lost about a second for that. Or two. And I'm not a big fan of the whole lobby system thing that two SKO is doing, but the fact that they are doing an elo system though, that was good at least.
Let's do this.
Yeah, but it only took them long. It only took long enough for them to be considering the next Guilty Gear game at this point. But hey, better late than never, right? Yeah, this much. I said the same thing before with Blaze Blue. I'll say it with Guilty Gear as well. If the time ever comes where they do make another one, I will be more than happy to try and learn to compete in that one. The reason why I stopped with Strive was because I wanted to focus on Dragon Ball. I moved on to bigger and better things, right? Lizard.
So, I will end your suffering. It's no use. You can't keep pace with me.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Your energy is still unstable. You need to target the lightsaber.
I still don't think that's the sound a lizard makes. Just saying. I'm sure we'll get that trailer at Evo, just like we're getting Wilderness at Evo. So in 2 months time, we're going to know the next 2 XKO character. We're going to more than likely get the Ken trailer. We're going to have the Ken trailer for Fatal Fury. We're going to have the Lucy trailer for Guilty Gear Strive. We're going to have the Wilderness trailer for Grand Blue. I know it's because it's Evo. We're like for sure going to get all these things, but it still feels weird to say that we're 2 months away from getting all that at the same time. I'm sorry to tell you guys, but the game is indeed coming out in 2026, not 2025. But in return, we do have a character for you.
The true ultimate life form. Out of my way. Out of my way.
Do they sometimes? Yes. I think not last year, but the year before. I think we got our 2XKO news during Summer Game Fest. But most of the time, fighting game related news in the summer all happen at Evo, though. So it doesn't happen often, but it does happen though. I'm not gonna lie, Arcana. What a shame that was. Could you imagine if could you imagine if the entirety of season 2 was the entirety of the season 2 trailer was all revealed at Evo? Could you imagine how massive the pop off would have been during that situation?
Cross water more easily now.
Eagle. I can tell you guys one thing. The pop off from last year's Granblue announcement was massive. Like, my God. Because last year for Evo, Granblue got the Versusia trailer. The Vicula announcement and the Sandalphon teaser. And people lost it. Hey there, excited for the character, not for how strong she was. Like my favorite part about that announcement when it came to them announcing Vicula and Sandalphon was I know nothing about Granblue. So for me, and the only thing I knew about those characters were what people told me, or that certain people wanted them. So when Vicula got announced, I was like, I don't know who this character is, and then everyone was losing their mind. And then once the name appeared on screen, that's when you hear me freak out. So I'm like, everybody wanted this character. Like, I didn't know what the hell she looked like. I just knew people said, I want Vicula, I want Vicula, I want Vicula. Oh, shit.
This is the ultimate power. Let's do this. Freeze. There. Faster.
And then literally after the Sandalphon happened, some lady just screamed at the top of her lungs, Sandalphon! So that's what it could have been for Street Fighter 6 that they announced that patch, especially knowing the fact that in the patch included freaking Terry and Mai. And then of course the final announcement of the fact that no, indeed, Bison is not dead, which would have been really funny. The fact that they would announce, oh yeah, by the way, Bison is not dead, at the same Evo where Tekken was like, oh yeah, Heihachi's not dead. Would have been really funny. I'm based on what I've been shown. I'd be excited for Seiphon too. It's kind of unfortunate that at this point the Seiphon announcement, probably more than likely the Seiphon announcement is not going to be till. Actually, I don't even know when the Seiphon announcement would be. Because Wilness is character number 3 of this DLC, and we still have 2 more to go. Where Versusia was the second to last character of last season of the first season's DLC. So as cool as it would be for them to announce the Seiphon here at EVO, I'm not sure if they're going to, since there's literally still 2 more DLC characters to go. Yeah. You know what I mean, though. It's the fact that Bison is in the game. Eagle. Yeah. So so that's what I mean. That's what I mean. I don't think we're going to get the announcement for season 3 / Seiphon, assuming Seiphon is the first character. At least at EVO, because I'm not sure exactly how they would do that, knowing the fact that there's still 2 more characters to go. There's one thing that they shocked everyone with Vikla being the final DLC character, and they announced the first season 3 character. But it's like we already know the next 2 characters that are coming after Wilness. So I'm just like, I'm not sure if we're going to. Get much. We might get a teaser for Meg in the Wilness trailer. That's my assumption. What's going to happen? We're going to get the Wilness trailer, and we're going to get a teaser for Meg. But I don't see us getting a season 3 sneak peek trailer or anything until much later. And I don't even know when that would be. Cygames Cup probably, if I had to guess, would be when we would get it. Of course, that was one. Of course, Cygames Cup was when we got the full character trailer for Sandalphon this year.
Out of my way.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that too. Oh, we're only getting 4. That's kind of disappointing. And then the screen cracks and turns green, and then we hear Kepla speaking. I'd be surprised if Seiphon, if they surprise us with Seiphon DLC in his own as his own character, or as his own specific standalone. I mean, it's not unheard of or anything for fighting games to do that, but I'd still be surprised though. Oh yeah, I'm quite confident that Granblue is going to get a season 3. Because Vanilla Granblue, which was much smaller than what Rising currently is, even in its same point, got more seasons than where we're currently at right now with Rising, and Rising right now is still the 4th biggest fighting game in the world. I'm sorry, 5th biggest fighting game in the world. Granted, that'll probably change when 2XKO comes out, but even then, that would mean Granblue is going to be 6th, which is still at least which still you would think would be decent. On top of it being the second best Arxis, or the second most played Arxis game. So unless Arxis is going to announce a new game that might take place, that might take the #1 spot from Strive or the #2 spot from Granblue, then odds are Rising is going to be around for at least a little while longer. Really? Vanilla Granblue only had 2 seasons?
Think this will stop me?
Nice, thank Reddit. I thought there was more than that. That is my bad. I did not know that. I guess I just hung around for for a long time without getting seasons, I guess. Yeah, and until Arxis announces a new game to take the place of Granblue. Well, although if they plan on continuing to do 3 games, they need to release a game to take the place of Undernight first, since Undernight is still the bottom of the barrel game right now of the 3 that currently take place in the Arc World Tour. No offense to Undernight. So in which case that would mean they need to make a game to replace Undernight first in the Arc World Tour, and then they would need to release another game to then take the place of Granblue. So yeah, I'm fairly confident saying Granblue is going to get a 3rd season and is going to be around for at least a couple more years. Or at least that's my guess. You didn't know what? After battle on Vera. Save that one. Oh yeah, DBZ has been uninstalled on my computer for quite some time now.
This is ultimate power.
Despite what one guy on YouTube will try to claim otherwise. There's one guy in the YouTube comments on the top 8 video from Combo Breaker. He was like as much shit as Zayn and Inzem give Dragon Ball Fighters, here they are still competing in the game. And then I responded. I was like, yeah, but I went to the tournament for Granblue and Fatal Fury. I just played Dragon Ball since it was there. He's like, yes, but you're still traveling for it. And I'm like, I didn't reply to that, but in my head I was like, not really. I'm like, I'm not traveling for DBZ. I'm traveling for Granblue. Yep, I spent 10 bucks to enter Dragon Ball, and I made back like 130 or 140. So just for entering Dragon Ball, basically I got my food and Uber is paid for the weekend. So I was like, why not? Not much point in not competing in it while I'm there. Until the time comes where enough people have surpassed me to where I'm not going to make top 8s. Not exactly much reason to not just enter it and get myself a free medal and a bit of extra cash, no? Because at least as of right now, a Zane who has not played the game since the World Finals is still better than like 99% of the world. And someday that will change. But at least as of right now, it hasn't. Shout out to spending my one ring to get hit by a spike ball into the red ring. Perfect. And no Arcana. Clearly I'm not allowed to have fun. As of right now, when it comes to Dragon Ball, KJ practices the game every day. Inzem practices the game every day. So odds are I'm probably never beating them. But most other people though, I got a chance at least. Maybe, I don't know. Also, Eagle! Eagle one more time!
Let's do this. Chaos control.
Now we're grinding what, King? Grand Blue? I was on Grand Blue for an hour before I started the stream. And more than likely we'll be playing some Grand Blue after the stream. this is a terrible start, huh? That was really bad, though. What a stupid level to lose time on. Of course I don't. Of course I don't. CEOs in 2 weeks, so I gotta keep practicing so I can be ready for it. At the same time, though, today is Sonic Sunday, and it's not the weekend before the tournament. So next week we're gonna be playing Granblue instead of Sonic, because it's gonna be the week before the tournament. But it's not the week before the tournament right now, so we get to play Sonic instead. Never learns to live and learn, hanging on the edge of tomorrow. Yeah. And worth a try. Easy peasy.
To defeat me, accept your fate as home. I am now the true Sonic, the true ultimate life form.
True ultimate life form? Don't. You'll be joining the rubble in the water soon.
Let me show you just what I'm made of.
Chaos control. Ha! That power already belongs to me. long you last on such unstable terrain.
You think you can stop me? What's the show for such big talk? All right.
How many times do we have to tell him that only Sonic is allowed to call Shadow a fake hedgehog?
Something calls to me.
Something calls to him.
I can reach higher locations with this. Out of my way. Chaos control. Ultimate power. Out of my way. Let's do this.
Oh, shh. God damn it.
Control.
There might have went to run.
Out of my way.
Okay, no, the run's still alive. That mistake still hurts a ton, though. Still alive, though. Still alive. What the hell? What the hell is that? I mean, we're okay, but what the hell is that? This.
Chaos control. Nice. Let's do this. This is the ultimate power.
Yep, we just have to manage to get through these challenges, and then your favorite. Then we get to your favorite part. I tried to ruin it with that with that death on Chaos Island, but still alive for right now. If anything, we'll do the joke. We'll do the joke just for you. If anything, even if the run fails here.
This is the ultimate power.
Oh, that stage is almost impossible. That stage is almost impossible to fail though. So you have to die to those things in order to fail it, because I don't think it's humanly possible to, unless you actively try to avoid them, to fail that stage. Hit the jump. Love to see it. Unfortunate. That was going so well too. Few seconds lost, but not too much harm done. To me files. To Memphis, Tennessee.
Restore myself to the time. Drowned in darkness! Welcome, Shadow. The ultimate game of Shadow Tag!
You got it! Cause his name's Shadow! Shadow Tag! You got it! Oh fuck, I messed it up. I fired the spirit too early. Could be enough. Okay, I lost time, but saved-ish. That sucks. That sucks, man.
I'll just take care of them all. There is no future for you. Ever.
Man, I'm a net zero right now going in. I'm a net zero going into Radical Highway. God damn. That's not good. Something calls to me.
I feel complete. Nothing can stop me from reaching that high now. I'll overcome every obstacle with this power. Out of my way.
Oh no. And that, unfortunately, is the run.
No!
Yeah, now I have the speed. Unfortunate. Okay, starting again. Unfortunate. Starting again.
Fine.
Well done, Nitro.
Got you now. I won't let you get away.
I'm seeing you at CEO, I'm guessing. And Nitro, question: Are you going to Boston? Are you going to Boston for the beach, whatever?
Fine. Got you now. I won't let you get away.
July 17th, I think it was. Boston Blue July 19th and 20th.
won't let you get away.
Do you need a roommate, or if you're do you need a roommate for it, or do you even want a roommate for it? That's not right. That's not right. That's good. Yeah, I think so. Cause I'm trying to figure out a last minute trip to Boston apparently. So I'm trying to get. But at the moment we still only have two total gold events in North America. So now I'm trying to plan a possible last minute trip to Boston because I might need to if I want to qualify. And you're welcome, Rice. I know you like it for some reason.
Lost control.
Okay, so I gotta get that figured out. Okay.
Do this. This is the ultimate power.
If possible to let me know sooner rather than later, I'd appreciate it. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out a possible last-minute trip to Boston, and not exactly ideal with Boston being on the literal opposite end of the country. What do you mean, why am I flying? Now, because it skips over a bunch of the stage. How? So that little loop thing that I hit the edge of, but then was on top of. You're supposed to go into it, and then while you're in it, the game puts because it's Sonic, it puts you in that little anti-gravity state that allows you to basically run straight up in order to be able to go through the loop. If you hit the edge of that little pipe in just the right spot, the game reads it as if you went into the pipe. So it gives you that anti-gravity state anyways, allowing you to, when you jump in the air, you just fly very far. Which is why I needed to fall off the edge and die, because otherwise I was in a permanent state of that, and then I would get soft locked. Something I can try and show you. If we end up rooming in Boston.
You cannot deny your fate.
That's a little incentive, I guess.
What I was tracking was him. I won't let him escape.
I still have to met. Okay, after this attempt, I need a message from Connor and ask if he's going. I doubt he is, but I'm going to ask anyways. case the nitro doesn't work out. What a shitty year so far for this season. Had to figure out a trip to Combo Breaker a month before the tournament. Now trying to figure out a trip to Boston a month and a half before the tournament. What a shitty year so far, huh, man? For some reason this stream was up. Oh, you're good. It is Sonic Sunday after all. So yeah, if the Discord notifications I currently got are from you, then yeah, you might be waiting a little while for me to answer them unless you type them out here. Just saying.
Ultimate power.
Gotcha. How you liking Granblue anyways, Aria?
This power.
I was definitely not expecting you to suddenly become a Granblue player. I spy with my little eye something beginning with giant beam to space.
Something calls to me. New power. Try. This is the ultimate power. Chaos control.
Varia's learning hitbox. What the hell?
Chaos control. That's it.
Well, it's easier for me on hitbox than it was on fight stick.
I'm getting answers from you one way or another.
Every time. Well, Varia, technically, depending on what kind of hitbox you're using, you could always order a combo extension from Hitbox, and then use that, the one that comes with the button that comes with the extra button. I have 2 of them on mine.
Freeze! Out of my way!
Okay, yeah, if you have a regular hitbox by hitbox, then I'm fairly confident that you can swap out any of those buttons for the combo extension once, and you can have your extra button. That was years ago. That's fair. Pretty sure my friend who pretty much never plays fighting games, I'm pretty sure he still has my Guilty Gear Strive hitbox, funnily enough. I think he still has my Guilty Gear Strive hitbox and my Panthera.
Chaos control! That's it.
That is a very strange impulse buy then. Odds are I'd be really bad at using a fight stick now, having not used one for years now. It's been 3 years, 4 months roughly or so since I swapped to Hitbox. Roughly. That is fair. That is fair, but still. I feel like buying something $100 off, if anything, to then sell it in the future, it makes sense, I guess. But it's just kind of weird to buy a fight stick when you're only using hitbox. And fair enough, Ari. I'm very thankful for the fact that normally I'm not the most coordinated with my left hand. I'm thankful that that pressing buttons on my hitbox works fine with my left hand.
Out of my way!
I still remember one time you guys making me play SA2 on a fight stick. That was annoying. Or some of those shirts like just especially Tails. I remember the tail stages being atrocious. There's a lot of keybinds for it. Ah. Fair enough, Mario. Same thing for me. Same thing like for me playing World of Warcraft and then League of Legends. Really, for League of Legends, ability 1, ability 2, ability 3, ability 4. Typically, at most, usable items 1, 2, and 3, and then flash and teleports. But in WoW, I use everything. I use the WASD for movement. I use Q, E, R, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Z, X, C, and V, all for different attacks. So at least when it comes to pressing buttons, my left hand is useful. Use a Logitech G13. Nope, not a clue. On the right side, no, mine has extra buttons on the left side. Oh yeah, mine only has buttons on the left side.
Let's do this.
Yo, the Juanito Sonico. Thanks for the raid of 29. I appreciate it. How you doing? How's your stream? Edep Raccoon. Thanks for, or Raccoon. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Oops. We're good. We're good. That was almost really bad, but we're good. Nice stream. Appreciate that, man. Hope you have a good rest of your day, alright?
Out of my way.
A little shaky, but it's fine. Lizard.
So, I will end your suffering. It's no use. You can't keep pace with me.
Damn. Yeah, that's a lot of keys for abilities. I use a decent amount of keys for abilities on WoW, but I don't think I'm fairly confident saying I don't use 28.
Your energy is still unstable. Yeah, you need to target the right sword.
Well, it helps the I actually might use 28, but it helps that on my mouse I've got at the very bottom I've got a thing I can click that basically I programmed to have it be the control key.
You think those
Control key,
stop
either
me?
control or alt. I don't remember which, but it was one or the other. And so basically, I programmed programmed all my abilities on WoW to either be the key or number itself, or alt / control or whatever plus that key. So like I typically put my movement abilities on G. So if I have a second movement ability, I will do G and then press down on that button and then G for a second ability. Then the same thing as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Q, W, E, etc., etc., etc. So I might have 28. I probably don't. I've got a lot on my shaman, but probably not 28 though. Check how good hit confirms are people expected to be, and BM having a time where I do 6L, 5L, and the confirm is 214 if I get hit by 5L, but they block the 5L. So of course, I lose in that turn. This is really hard for.
Stop struggling.
Fair, depending on how far away they are after the 6L. Then you can probably do medium and confirm it and get possibly a medium auto combo. But if they get hit by the 6L, you'll probably be expected to confirm it. But if they block the 6L and then get hit by the 5L, I'm pretty sure most people are not going to expect you to confirm it. Like I'm pretty sure most of the time I still don't confirm it, and I've lost rounds because I misconfirms like that. Yeah, some people can confirm it consistently. I don't think I can't.
Out of my way.
Probably those Street Fighter players that confirm everything.
Calls to me.
And at the same time though, confirming a FAR-L into 214L typically doesn't exactly lead to all that much anyways. So even if you miss that confirm, also Eagle, you're not missing out on that much damage. I'm missing out on that. It'd be one thing if you're missing out on a giant combo starter or whatever, but you're probably not missing that much from missing that 2-1-4-0. Like I said, can it be done? Yes. Are you going to be expected to do it every time? No. There are definitely times I have hit confirmed it, and there's also been plenty of times I haven't hit confirmed it. So I don't think it's anything to drive yourself mad over. The go ninja go. Yeah. Figured since I'm playing, I thought since I'm playing a ninja character on Fatal Fury, I thought it'd be funny. Granted, I'm not playing as much Fatal Fury, so it's not really as funny anymore. But I do still find it funny, and it's still very catchy.
Ultimate power. Oh no.
And that one's just always gonna be relevant. Now, not only because I still speedrun Sonic games, but because of the fact that I say that. I'll probably add the one that you posted recently on it. Cause that was funny. I'm always down to add more options. I'm down to add more options as people think of more, or if I think of more. Find the people, Eagle! Shout out to Abraham Lincoln, both a vampire slayer and a rapper. We need him now more than ever to come to show up and slap Trump. or even better, do what he did in the rap battle and slap him twice. Eagle! Yeah, I'm sure you guys have been. I'm sure you guys over the course of the time have figured out what side of the political spectrum I am, but I always thought that I would try to avoid worrying about politics in my stream, obviously, because no one cares. Because that's not what people come here for. But my God, I cannot wait for these 4 years to be over. All I'll say about that is I cannot wait for this to be over. By then I'm gonna be 33. And that's terrifying. By the time he's gone, I'm gonna be 33. What did I say? Basically, there's I can't wait. The TLDR of what I said, basically of what I said. I can't wait for the 3 years of Orange to be over. Or the 3.5 years we have left of Orange.
This is the ultimate power. Out of my
It kinda has been. Kinda has been a natural, I shouldn't say natural, national disaster. Replace natural disaster with national disaster, and I guess that's probably a better way to put it. I just hope this tarot shit is done soon. It's messing up Paragon, just like I'm sure it's messing up all of the other orgs, therefore messing up my ability, and I'm sure many other people's abilities to go to tournaments through our sponsors.
I think this will stop me.
And also, raising the prices of groceries and, making it difficult for people to live, and yeah, I'm just gonna stop there. Hopefully it's almost over. It isn't, but hopefully. Alright. Right. trust your country, bro? I don't trust my country, bro. Yeah, the amount of times me and my family have joked about what we would do if my dad leaves the country to go visit his family and then is not allowed to return. Hey, he's a Dutch citizen, so never know, right? We need to go up here. There we go. Oh shit, I don't have a boost. Okay, we're good.
Out of my way. This is not good.
You have to basically, if you want to completely remove the stance, not just go into a different one, then you have to spend it on a Rekka. So you have to, not Rekka. So you have to spend it on your Lariat. So when you do Lariat, Light, Medium, EX, whatever version, pretty much I think besides Ultimate, you press U during the Lariat to spend it to do more damage, make yourself more plus. And at the same time removes the element from you. That was close. Lariat, not Rekka. I accidentally said Rekka. Lariat. His 214 series. I said Rekka at first, but I didn't mean Rekka. I meant Lariat. Doo-doo-doo. Yes. So you do his lariat, and then in the middle of the lariat you press U to get rid of it. And if you're trying to get the other elements, so when you press U to get an element, if you want fire, you can just press U. If you want water, you press U, and then right after you press U, before you fully get the element, you press light, and then same thing for earth. You press medium, and then wind is heavy. Eagle. If you don't want wind, which most people don't, then yes, you do not press heavy when it comes to changing your elements. What the hell? What the hell just happened? I pressed R1 to break the boxes, and then it just flung me to the side. That was weird. Boy, oh boy. At least the loop jumps have gone well today. Metal Overlord.
You can't hope to defeat me! Accept your fate, asshole! I am now the true Sonic! The true ultimate life form!
I missed. Good start.
You'll be joining the rubble in the water soon.
Chaos Control! Ha! That power already belongs to me! Let's see how long you last on such unstable terrain.
Well, unfortunately for you, I learned how to surf.
You think you can stop me?
And apparently do donuts while surfing.
To show such big talk. Let's do this.
Dash, then you when it hits to get rid of them. Ah, no, you don't do it when he dashes. You actually have to actually be hitting them for it to work. To the first place. Why? It's closer.
Something calls to me. I can reach higher.
Something calls to him. And we're back playing Sonic Frontiers again. Of the 3 Sonic games, I have learned to speedrun. And if you want to include Mario Odyssey, Super Mario Odyssey, I did learn to speedrun that. Sonic Frontiers was easily the worst speedrun I ever learned. That was not fun. Yeah, but during so before I learned Sonic Frontiers, when I was still doing SA2, I decided to learn a second game to speedrun, and I ended up going with Mario Odyssey. It's kind of ironic doing that on Sonic Sundays. So that's when I first changed it to speedrun Sundays before moving it back to Sonic Sundays once I picked up Sonic Frontiers, and then started doing SA2 and Sonic Frontiers instead. Now, Sonic Frontiers is a good game with a great soundtrack, but the speedrun sucks. There's a lot of flinging yourself from place to place just to gather materials until you eventually have enough to go to the boss. The flinging yourself around is pretty cool, but with that basically being the entirety of the speedrun, not the most fun. And in case before you ask Rice, I most definitely cannot do a Mario Odyssey speedrun right now. I have long since forgotten how to speedrun that game. Is there a reason at Chaos Control there at the end? No. Do it anyways? Yes. Oh, we're not going there yet. Second time around I've done that. Sounds good. Have a good one, Royce. This might end up being the last speed run today, so in case it does, and you're not back before then, have a good rest of your Sunday, right?
This is the ultimate. Three.
Doo-doo-doo. As in I'm ending after this run, which would end in about 20 minutes or so. Kind of the one downside of doing this game as a speed run is that since the runs take over an hour, it makes my finish times a little wonky. Compared to SA2, where the runs were like a half hour long, gives a bit more flexibility in that sense. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, let's try not to mess this one up again, shall we?
I wisdom and restore myself to the timeline. Drown in darkness.
You get it? Cause his name's Shadow. Shadow Tag. You get it? You got it? You got it, Reverend!
Don't do me. There is no future for you. Ever.
I was going to finally have a decent Mythos fight, but just had to mess up at the end, I guess.
Something calls to me. Unleash the power! I feel complete. Nothing can stop me from reaching that high now.
Okay, let's try not to mess this up again, shall we? Good start.
I will overcome every obstacle with this power.
Not exactly what I had in mind, but it works, I guess. This is looking pretty decent. I do say so myself. Which means time to screw it up. Easy enough so far.
Perhaps I have underestimated your power. Perhaps I should eventually start trying.
Hollow threads from a hollow. This isn't good.
Sweet.
Splendid, Shadow. Truly splendid. You are truly my finest instrument. A testament to my bloodline. See yourself as what you really are.
I am nothing. I have surpassed you. The time to end this once and for all.
I don't know. I still need to delete the the Black Doom from section from that, since the auto splitter doesn't even split on that Doom anyways. Down. Up.
Lost control. Your future is already decided. We will be one.
I'm not gonna get the 110. Damn. We were close though.
I will not be stopped.
GG's. Think so? I need to check something. I need to check something just to make sure.
Cannot deny what you are. We are one and the same.
Shadow Hedgehog. This is the destiny I choose.
Guess I'll never know.
Now, to end this.
As far as I'm aware, this is a PB. Unfortunately, it looks like my streams don't go back far enough to the last time I did Sonic. Oh, wait a minute, YouTube. Actually, wait a minute, YouTube does. Hang on. To the Zane FGC YouTube channel. So I wanted to check something. Sunday. Looks like this wasn't it. I was racing against 114 for it. Yep, looks like I legitimately did beat my PB by a minute. I didn't think so because I was like, wait, this time doesn't seem right. But it seems like it was. Yep, 114. Yep, 114 was the big previous PB. So yeah, I did legitimately beat my PB by a minute. Sick. Time keeps on slipping into the future. Sweet. We're only 9 seconds away from getting a sub 110 on my GT. Wow, that kept me still in 18th. God damn it.
Perfect timing, too.
So my previous PB put me in 18th, and then this 1 minute and 9 seconds PB keeps me in 18th. So I missed it. I missed getting 17th by 2 seconds.
Okay. I'll take care of it.
Damn.
Aren't you coming? He might need your help.
I need to settle something first.
Whatever.
Oh well, next time.
Shadow?
Well, you guys know the Sonic drill at this point, Sweetfa.
You can do it.
What's up, Shinigami?
Maria.
Sorry to tell you, Shinigami, but I'm going to be ending on this. I'm going to be ending on this PB here.
What's happening?
You guys know the drill, though. At this point, on Sundays when we're speedrunning, when we raid someone, typically it ends up being Colonel because he is also speedrunning. Appreciate it. Yeah, we got a new PB by another minute. We're 2 seconds away from moving up one spot on the leaderboard, and we're 9 seconds away from being sub 110 on in game time. So pretty good if I do say so myself.
But you don't know what's
Yeah,
going
so
to
we're
happen.
going to send you guys over to the Colonel Fats, who is currently speedrunning Liza P like he is known to do. And yeah, we will be. What do I need? What do I need for 15th? I need a 109.28 in game time. So I need another 40 seconds in order to move myself up to 15th. If I manage to get these 8 seconds, I will move up to 16th. But I need another 33 seconds on top of the 8 I need for the 110 in order to get it. You're late. Yeah, you're late. Sorry, Megarine. We're calling it a stream here on my new PB. So we're going to send you guys over to the Colonel Fats, and I will be back on Tuesday. We'll be doing Fatal Fury since Paragon hosts Fatal Fury on Tuesday, so we'll probably be entering that. And yeah, so well, have a good night. I appreciate you too. Until then, hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Night returns you guys because time zones, as always, are a very weird thing. Until next time, I will talk to you guys later.